walls are thin in the room that I'm in. And my face is long, but my arms are strong.
My name's Nosari, and I'm from the greater Delaware area. Grew up in Dover, Delaware, but have now lived, I think, most of my life in Newcastle County, Wilmington, Delaware. The music that I create takes in consideration a lot of my upbringing. So there's classical influences, there's jazz influences, there's hip-hop influences, and electronic influences, all coming together to make a personalized sound, but it's also very beat-based and futuristic. When you do something that's very different, and also with people that don't look like yourself, you run into the issue of being put into a box or just being pushed aside because people don't really know what you're about. They haven't really heard what you've done before, and they don't know how to really categorize you. So with that, the obstacles come with just being shelved as just generic DJ, just spin some tunes, just make people happy, even though that's not what you do. That's not what your artistry is. Additionally, since you're not easy to classify, people will just automatically think you're just not good at what you do, and they think what you do isn't going to be palpable to an audience. I chose to honor Rucyl due to the previous interaction and the fact that it stood out to me since we've first met each other, which was only one time in the early 2010s, but it was just I just never forgot about her. So I made it, since she stuck out in my mind as someone to feature for this event, knowing that she's worked in a similar field, I thought it was due that she get her flowers and recognition for her work.
My name is Rucyl, and I'm from Philadelphia. My default is Gamblin' Huff and Sun Ra. Philadelphia has an incredible history of performing musicians, experimental musicians, jazz musicians, R&B musicians, soul musicians. Our radio stations are incredible, and this is part of the reason I'm still here. I love Philadelphia. The music's great. My influences are super varied. I started out in alternative hip-hop. So a lot of the bands that I listened to when I was much younger, in my teens, who were experimental at the time, Bad Brains, Rage Against the Machine, and of course Tribe Called Quest, and like the whole early 90s hip-hop scene. And also, I'm going to say dancehall, reggae, and jazz, because that's what I grew up with in the home. So I would say, wow, those are probably my main influences. Specifically, I'm really influenced by dancehall, even though I don't do it directly. It's something that I kind of just like to sprinkle through all of my music, even though my music's kind of experimental. It shows up. What I'm thinking of right now is probably a Moog matriarch. I'm thinking of doing an improvisational set. I'll probably also bring a push, Ableton Push, and a couple other controllers, MIDI controllers, MIDI Fighter, maybe my MIDI Twister, maybe some guitar pedals to run everything through, and probably a microphone. And this is subject to change at any moment because you never know. Might change my mind.
I want to give a big thank you to Black Music City, Rec Philly, WXPN, and WRTI for facilitating this event.